on alleged corruption irregularities at the Sierra Leone Law School. Judges have issued a bench warrant for Abu Sise for failing to appear in court on sexual-related offenses. The government of Sierra Leone has unveiled the 2026 financial year citizens budget. Hello and welcome from wherever you're joining us tonight. I am Emmanuel Nyakemomo. Let's roll into the stories for tonight. Now, public concern is mounting on alleged corruption irregularities by Dr. Abubakar Bangura, former law school director, following the viral video that has stirred national debate. The controversy has drawn responses from the institution's former director, who has also mounted the same corruption allegations by certain members of the legal council, while legal voices, including Emmanuel King, described the situation as a critical moment, exposing long-standing issues. Meanwhile, the Council of Legal Education has referred the matter to the Anti-Corruption Commission for investigation. Here is an excerpt of Barrister Emmanuel King's interview at our sister program, Wake Up Salon.
And individuals who are constituent members of the judiciary should be ones of impeccable character, people whose characters should not be questioned by the general public. And these particular issues put the character and the posture of these particular individuals under question. In recent times, we've seen barrage of lawyers being called to the bar. One of the issues raised is the fact that the numbers of intake into the Sierra Leone Law School is too high. And members of the council are alleging that even when they have instituted certain fail-safe, certain mechanisms to make sure that they go for quality, they consistently see quantity. For example, this particular academic year, they were looking forward to admitting only 380 students. As it stands right now, there are over 710 students at the Sierra Leone Law School. And so these are some of the challenges. We passed through that particular building, the law school also. So we know that it cannot hold 710 students. They will be too cramped, and that's not an environment for proper education of legal practitioners. So you see why people would question the quality of the production of legal practitioners in the country. So these are some of the issues that should be looked into, especially admission. Why do we have such a very high number when we don't, first of all, have the institutional space to train these particular individuals and guarantee quality for this particular admittee? Financial irregularities is one of those issues that also should not be swept under the carpet, because it is the allegation that certain individuals or students are paying monies for grades. They are paying monies for question papers. You know, that is why I have said we need an independent body to investigate these issues, bring out the real issues. We know who are culpable and bring them to task. Now, the certain members of the General Legal Council are pointing fingers at the director. However, the General Legal Council Act of 1989 does not leave the functions only to the director. As a matter of fact, the general functions rest squarely on certain senior members of the General Legal Council. So if we see these challenges happening, if we see all these allegations festering, then the question should be whether these members are negligent or they are complicit. So they see these issues happening and they do nothing about it, or they really do not care about what is happening. So every single person who is involved, every single member should come under investigation. It should not only be the director, because he is not the only person who the Act gives the complete mandate to run the institution. No.
The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education and partners have held the first English language conference, serving as roadmap and action for national reform. This year's theme is English language performance, addressing the issues impacting national development. Our reporter, George Bartilo Powell, has more.
The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, in collaboration with its partners, has held its first ever English language conference aimed at addressing the poor performance in English across the country. Delivering its keynote address, the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Conrad Saki, emphasized the urgent need to embark on such an initiative to improve learning outcomes.
Honored and profoundly proud to stand before you this morning to meet and converse with such a distinguished assembly. It's not, in my view, merely a ceremonial duty. It is a vital step in confronting a challenge that demands action, not only from my ministry or this government alone, but from every one of us. The situation before us is one we have sought to address through various means over the years, and I am convinced that with the input and unwavering commitment of all Sierra Leoneans, particularly the diverse groups represented here today, we stand on the brink of a transformative breakthrough.
During the conference, Minister Conrad Saki revealed that between 2021 and 2025, the percentage of WAS students obtaining English language grades ranging from A1 to C6 has significantly declined. In 2021, the pass rate stood at 19.71%, but this dropped sharply to 11.77% in the 2025 WAS results. He described the trend as alarming, noting that it was one of the key factors that prompted the organization of the conference.
Comparable improvements were observed across most subjects, with one notable exception: English language. At the WAS level, the percentage of candidates obtaining credit grades or better, A1 to C6 in English language between 2021 to 2025 declined by 7.9%, dropping from 19.71% in 2021 to 11.77% in 2025. Furthermore, between 2019 and 2025, the highest percentage of candidates achieved credit grades or better in English stood at 23.1%.
Deputy Minister of Tertiary and Higher Education, Sergio Aziz Kamara, outlined several measures being considered to address the decline in performance in English language nationwide.
One of the visible consequences of this mass failure is the limited access to tertiary education. As a nation striving for transformation, we cannot afford to ignore this major problem undermining our collective endeavors. The Ministry of Technical and Higher Education recognizes that the root causes are multifaceted. However, one critical factor is the urgent need to strengthen the competencies of our teachers in effective teaching of English language.
The Chief Executive Officer of Africa Human Capital Development Plus also reiterated the organization's commitment to supporting education-driven programs aimed at improving learning outcomes in the country. Despite these efforts to tackle poor English language performance through the conference, concerns remain about the sustainability of such interventions. George Batilo Powell, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, in a renewed effort to amplify youth voices and promote disability inclusion, the Youth Engagement Disability Network has brought together persons with disabilities, community stakeholders, and state actors to explore solutions based on findings from its recent research. The study focuses on access to healthcare for marginalized groups and how disaster risk management is being addressed. Our reporter Isa Bangura attended the event and now reports.
Access to health care remains a significant challenge for persons with disabilities and other marginalized groups, especially during emergencies. To address these concerns, the Youth Engagement Disability Network convened key stakeholders to discuss findings from a research study aimed at improving inclusion in healthcare delivery and disaster risk management.
Today is the interface program to see how level-based all the gaps, the challenges we encounter, we'll find out in the research to see how we can solve those issues with the duty bearers and the service provider and the primary actors.
The research reveals that many health facilities are still not fully accessible, while disaster preparedness plans often fail to consider the specific needs of persons with disabilities.
The exercise we did was, the topic of it says accessibility to healthcare facilities and services for youth with disabilities. So that is what we do. And when you look at the key findings, you may understand that there are still more things to be done, more especially in the availability of drugs supply within healthcare facilities to support the free healthcare policy and also support persons with disability to have full access to healthcare facilities. You understand?
So the topic was to access the inclusiveness of disaster preparedness measures in Sierra Leone. The inclusion. So for the inclusion, the service provider and duty bearers said that they are including youth, they are including persons with disabilities, they are including children when it comes to disaster preparedness measures. But when you go down to the primary actors, they say that they are not included.
Community stakeholders at the engagement emphasized the importance of effective disaster risk management. They noted that the city previously had more structured waste management systems to help protect against flooding and climate-related disasters, while also questioning authorities about current gaps.
The early rains and flooding we experienced during the rainy season are largely man-made disasters. The rain itself is often not excessive, but blocked drainage filled with plastic waste and that prevents proper water flow, leading to flooding and mostly affect people living in slum areas. In the past, the city had effective waste management system, including accessible waste bin, which helped prevent such issues. This raises an important question to the council. What went wrong with the waste management structure?
From council, how come we lost all the portions they did?
Representatives from government institutions lauded the engagement, describing it as timely and impactful.
This engagement is both timely and necessary. The learning interview previously conducted with our ministry that has provided valuable insight into the life experience of youth with disability, particularly regarding their access to healthcare facilities and services in Sierra Leone.
Organizers say the engagement is part of ongoing efforts to amplify the voices of young people and persons with disabilities while advocating for reforms that promote equitable access to essential services. Participants here emphasize that collaboration among communities, government and advocacy groups is key to building a more inclusive healthcare system and a more responsive disaster management framework. Issa Bangura, AYV News, Freetown.
Well, in an effort to make the public budget easier for the ordinary people to understand, promoting transparency, accountability, and public participation on how public money is utilized judiciously, the government of Sierra Leone, in partnership with the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, has officially unveiled the 2026 financial year citizens budget. Yero Chalo files in this report.
The Ministry of Finance, together with the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, NACCID, has unveiled the citizens' budget at the Ministry of Finance headquarters on George Street in Freetown. The launch was framed as part of the effort to make the budget easier for ordinary people to understand and to boost transparency, accountability, and public participation in how public money is used. Financial Secretary Matthew Dingy In his opening address, stressed an inclusive approach to budget drafting and plans to revise the budget in the first half of the fiscal year to respond to external shocks. He made an example citing the Middle East conflict, while outlining some revenue measures.
Launching or the citizens' budget. At the time we did the budget, November, December last year, we never envisaged US-Israel war in Iraq. But it's happening now just 2 months into the financial year. It's happened. And so it's good when you look at some of the risk areas that we mentioned about the budget, things that we need and government to fully implement most of the policy measures. We spoke about both external shocks.
Chairman for the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, NACSID, Joseph Bindi, described the citizens' budget as a user-friendly version meant to bridge the knowledge gap and promote civic engagement.
This initiative was designed to bridge the information gap between government, fiscal planning, and the citizens' budget of our country. The public engagement on the 2026 national budget, known as the citizens' budget, promotes transparency, accountability, inclusivity, and participatory governance through open discussions between society, non-state actors, and local communities.
Deputy Minister of Finance Kadiatu Ali urged the media and civic society to share the simplified budget and collect public feedback for future policy adjustments.
Budget 2026. I want to first of all thank all the government agencies that are involved in this, civil society, the media, who will be very vital in terms of disseminating what's in the national budget so that every citizen will understand what's at stake.
The initiative ties into Sierra Leone's broader 2026 budget, which Parliament approved at over 27.7 billion leones, focused on domestic revenue mobilization and service delivery. Yero Jalo, AYV News Freetown.
Human capital development remains a central pillar of President Bio's governance. Now, in line with this vision, the Konya Theological College has held its second congregation ceremony, marked by the conferment of diplomas, the awarding of certificates, and the ordination of licensed ministers. The event held at the college campus brought together religious leaders, community stakeholders, families, and government officials in celebration. AYV's Issa Bangura reports.
Vested in me by the board of Diaconia Theological College, I confer on you all the Diploma of Theology in Applied Theology.
It was a moment of pride and accomplishment as graduates of Diaconia Theological College gathered to mark a significant milestone in their academic spiritual journey. The second congregation ceremony featured the awarding of diplomas, certificates, and the ordination of licensed ministers, each symbolizing dedication to service, leadership, and faith. The principal of the college, Reverend Samuel Kamara, highlighted the significance of the ceremony, encouraging graduates to remain committed to service and uphold the values installed in them.
A milestone because the way things are, the way how we arrange things, and the way the turn up come, and the way the people come and the arrangement, everything makes it a milestone more than the one we did first. And we know that what I will advise the students that they will perform and live up to expectation, so that they will be able to win others, so that they will come and join us.
Chief Convocation Convener Honorable Sir Emasi Lamina and keynote speaker Honorable Abdul Kabo also addressed the graduates. They commended the institution for its role in shaping responsible citizens and future leaders, while urging guardians to serve with integrity, moral uprightness, and dignity.
A moment like this, and we should commend distinguished personalities in society. One of them can be Reverend Joseph Conte, whose college, the Theological College, is convocating students today. The advantage and the benefit is this: dividing the word of truth. Like Paul the Apostle spoke to Timothy, the spiritual son of old. So I actually entreat them to divide the word of truth. It doesn't matter how it will cost them. It will cause them excruciating pain. It will cause them agonizing rapidity of pain. But let them stand for the truth.
This is one of the most important moments in our career, when you think that the battle has ended with the certificate. But I want to assure you that this academic battle, which has ended, has opened you to more bigger responsibility and challenges. This is the only course that you will go through that does not only need your intellectual capability, it also needs your spiritual competence.
For many graduates and their families, the ceremony was both a celebration of achievement and a hopeful step towards the future. Martina Kamara, the best graduating student, shared the secret behind the success and encouraging continuing students to remain focused and determined.
After the college, I will go back to my quiet time. I will read my Bible. I will recap what they have taught me in class. I will go back again, do research. Not only use one Bible at times, I use media, social media to do research, to know more what they have taught me and to get more knowledge about it. But now do research and create time for yourself. For everything that matters is time. Set time for certain things.
The ceremony was concluded with awards and certificates given to the best performing students. With the latest batch of graduates, Diaconia Theological College continues to play a vital role in empowering Sierra Leone's youth with religious and leadership skills, another step forward in strengthening the country's human capital development. Issa Bangora, AYV News, Freetown.
This is Primetime News on AYV TV and radio. Stay tuned for more stories after the break.
Do you know you can transfer money, buy airtime, and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT Wall. With the GT Wall, you can transfer money from one GTCO account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT Wall, you can buy Ether anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GTCO. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Mutik. This one is for the bold. The people who shape their world. Winners who still put in the work. Cheers to those who start great things. When you start, you are hard to stop. You raise your game and never back down because you're bold enough to make it. To you I say, never stop. Mutik, never stop starting.
Welcome back. I am Emmanuel Nyakemomo and this is AYV's Primetime News. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's roll into more stories. Now, Sierra Leone's banking sector continues to evolve, with institutions expanding their reach to better service customers. One of the country's leading financial institutions, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, has reaffirmed its commitment to accessibility and growth with the opening of a new full-service branch in Wilberforce, a location that previously operated as a kiosk. Our business correspondent, Maria Matomi, has more.
Established in 1973, the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, widely known as SLCB, is recognized as the first indigenous commercial bank in Sierra Leone. For over 5 decades, the bank has played a critical role in supporting economic growth, providing financial services to individuals, businesses, and government institutions across the country.
Sierra Leone Commercial Bank to declare the Wilberforce branch officially open.
From its humble beginnings, SLCB has expanded its footprint nationwide. The bank operates about 13 branches nationwide alongside several kiosks. Today, the bank continues to modernize and extend its services, responding to the growing demands of customers in both urban and rural communities. The transformation of the Wilberforce kiosk into a fully operational branch marks another milestone in the bank's expansion strategy.
The brilliance of Exco, the board, and the reason of the staff, we have been able to meander our way through the competitive market structure. You know, it all has to do with the strategy, and that's what we are good at. Market space is now enlarging. As a result of that, we have to take a consideration to transform the kiosk into a branch. So it's a continuity of business. We have the women banking that reach out to those petty traders. So it's an all-inclusive business. When you see a Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, it's a Sierra Leone bank, and we operate with that background on our thoughts. Technically, our staff are equipped. You know, we have all the operational technique that we can use to reach out, and that is what is responsible for the growth of the bank from time to time.
Customers who attended the opening expressed satisfaction with the bank's services over the years, noting that the upgrade from a kiosk to a full branch will significantly enhance convenience and efficiency.
It has made things easier because earlier on I used to go to Shaka Stevens Street to cash out or deposit. But having a bank within this area, you know, for me the distance is much more shorter right now.
I have been a customer of this branch for about 3 years now. I continue to choose this bank because it is reliable and trustworthy. I'm especially happy about this location, as the previous kiosk here was small and had limitations, often forcing us to travel to town or Lumley. With this new setup, everything is much more convenient.
Look very good. As competition intensifies within Sierra Leone's banking industry, SLCB's continued expansion underscores its determination to maintain its legacy while adapting to modern financial demands in a competitive business market. Maria Matomi, AYV News, Freetown.
Well, let's move to the latest in court update for tonight. A man accused of serious sexual offenses is now wanted by the High Court of Sierra Leone after failing to appear in court. Judges have issued a bench warrant for Abu Sise, who is facing charges involving a minor under the Sexual Offences Act. Authorities are calling on the public to assist in locating the accused. Let's hear more from our court reporter, Ibrahim Ramadan Chalo.
The High Court of Sierra Leone, sitting in Freetown, has issued a bench warrant for Abu Sise after he failed to appear in court to answer to serious sexual offense charges. According to the court records, dated 8 September 2025, Sise is facing 2 count charges under Sexual Offences Act of 2012 as amended. The charges stem from an incident involving a 9-year-old child, Mariam Jawad, on 30th May 2025 in Freetown. The first count alleges that the accused met the child with sexual intent, contrary to Section 23, subsection 1, paragraph A of the Sexual Offences Act. The second count states that he engaged in sexual penetration with the child on the same date at the same location, contrary to Section 19 of the Sexual Offences Act of 2012 as amended in 2019. During proceedings, state prosecutor informed the court that the accused has repeatedly failed to appear, leading to an application for a bench warrant. Presiding judge, Justice Mohammed Biro, granted the request and ordered that Sesay must be arrested wherever found, urging the public to report any information on his whereabouts to the police. The matter has been adjourned to the 14th of April 2026 for another hearing. The case continues.
Now in entertainment, a powerful night of praise and unity light up Freetown as international and local gospel musicians came together for a remarkable worship experience. The Attitude for Gratitude show held at the Bintumani Car Park brought together hundreds in all-white gathering that left a lasting spiritual impact. Our entertainment reporter Hannah Yangsin has more.
An evening of music, worship and reflection drew large crowds to the Bintumani Car Park in Freetown as gospel artists from Sierra Leone and Nigeria shared the stage for the Attitude of Gratitude concerts. The event featured well-known Nigerian gospel ministers Moses Bliss and GUC, alongside Sierra Leonean gospel ministers including Arnold K. Fofana, Delight Kone, Salmariam Kamara, and Elisha Kasagbema. Organizers say the concerts aim to promote gratitude, unity, and spiritual reflection, themes that resonated strongly with the audience. Dressed predominantly in white, attendees filled the venue, creating a unified visual and symbolic expression often associated with worship gatherings. Performances combine contemporary gospel music with moments of prayer and exhortation, reflecting a format increasingly popular across African urban centers. Gospel music has seen significant growth in Sierra Leone in recent years, with concerts such as this drawing large audiences and providing a platform for both established and emerging artists. Many in attendance described the experience as uplifting, pointing to the role of gospel music not only as entertainment, but as a source of community and spiritual encouragement. Event organizers said the turnout exceeded expectations, noting that the concert also served to strengthen collaboration within the gospel music industry. The Attitude of Gratitude concert is expected to become a recurring event, reflecting a broader trend of large-scale faith-based gatherings across the region. Anna Yangsin, AYV News, Freetown.
Now for sport, Azerbaijan has defeated Leone Stars of Sierra Leone 9-8 on post-match penalties in the 2026 FIFA series after the clash ended in 1-1 draw. Daniel Kanu took the Leone for Leone Stars in the 29th minute, and the host Azerbaijan leveled the scoreline in the second half, leading penalties. Ransford McLean.
Sierra Leone forward Daniel Kanu converted a brilliant goal in the 29th minute against Azerbaijan through an assist from Barnet playmaker Idris Kanu. The lead from Sierra Leone was a remarkable moment, as well as for Kanu on his international appearance. Host Azerbaijan swiftly responded after the break from an equalizing bicycle strike by veteran playmaker Ramid Mamanov to ensure that both sides share the spoils. The contest was an intensive tie with both teams creating chances through the defensive area. However, the results reflect a balanced match and provides value experience for both teams as they preparation for their upcoming international competitions. Ransford McLean, AYV Sports, Freetown.
Well, that's all for Primetime News for tonight. For more stories, visit our website at www.ayvnews.com. If you have any comment on the news, please send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. I am Emmanuel Nyakemomo. Thanks for watching and listening.
You're watching AYV Television.
To slay with my hair, trust expression, cause it makes me stay expressive. Do it yourself, don't waste time. I style my hair myself without no pain. Ooh, expressing me, expressing you all day long. For me, it's nothing but expression, but I it's work or it's play. For me, it's nothing but expression. For my hair, only the best is good enough. For me, it's nothing but expression. High quality and good style. For me, it's nothing but expression. To get my head in check. Expressing you, expressing me all day long. Expression, the pride of my hair.
Some pikin go na one birthday party, but the birthday party be cold and the pikin self no been glady. Spider-Man self come dance and make fun, but the pikin still no been glady. Passway go come with fun fruit candy, and the pikin begin glady and enjoy themselves.
Waiting! Look that sweet way my monkey count na school. Yes, this sweet get 5 flavors like mango, orange, pineapple, and strawberry will go make you swallow a bit.
This flavor is so fine, no. You saw me don't say so. I go tell me mama make him buy for me all day. And when I go school, I go tell me paddy them make them taste that.
See how them picking ya the ladida and merry pan gladness. I tell you what, fun food sweet, they make you picking active and vibrant and enjoy life better one. Fun food sweet, then a choitiam and always sharp than a tongue. And a natco, they produce them now we on countries alone. Fun food sweet, all the way.
La Ferrucci, a taste of paradise. Every sip, a taste of celebration. La Ferrucci. Together, we celebrate life's finest moments. La Ferrucci. La Ferrucci, a taste of luxury. La Ferrucci, exclusively delivered to your door. Email your order or ring our number below. +2 3276 261 001.
GIFT Foundation, in partnership with Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and the Maritime Agency, they present National Coastal Unity Boat Race 2026 as part of Ministry of Tourism and Culture, the Cultural and Creativity Plan for 2026. GIFT Foundation, they bring to Una after a very long time National Coastal Unity Boat Race, where they take place at the prestigious Chapter 1 Beachfront from April 4 to April 5. April 4, when are the preliminaries? Now forget that the contestants there make them start the race. Then April 5 we go be the grand final. Now the one that we don't qualify get for but there for the final. The first man, second man, and third man they go home heavy. Then prize here go get weight like the rank. The boatman them we go there for this race. Now the one that we come out now all the coastal communities there. We don't get 16 contestants there from the coastal communities there. This now way for support government agenda for national unity and also for put we country at the world stage. For safety and security, the National Navy and Water Police go there with me Trangawan. So don't forget this Easter weekend at the prestigious Chapter 1 Beachfront. So for make all the good things they meet you, GIFT Foundation join and Trangawan with Local Commercial Bank, Africell Sierra Leone, Sea Coach, Maritime, AYV Media Empire, Excel Preparatory School, Orange Money Sierra Leone, Ministry of Tourism and Culture, and also we get to international community the way they support we and plenty other one there. You where they look for site for relax during the weekend. Expect a thrilling race as the coastal community them they badate to themselves for fete for the respect. Join we April 4 and April 5. Now the prestigious Chapter 1 Beachfront. The program they start from 7 a.m. in the morning till 7 p.m. in the evening. After 7 p.m. now, we can get with chilling and ladida. Remember say this program now free. Proudly brought to you by GIFT Foundation.
We can be of good cheer and be filled with peace in our tough times. The love we feel because of the Savior and His atonement becomes a powerful resource to us in our trying moments. All that is unfair and difficult about life can be made right through the atonement of Jesus Christ.
We come unto Christ by exercising faith in Him, repenting daily, making covenants with God as we receive the ordinances of salvation and exaltation, and enduring to the end by keeping those covenants.
We know that Jesus Christ taught humility and humbled Himself to glorify His Father. Let us live in humility because it brings peace. Humility precedes glory, and it brings God's favor upon us. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble.
Ready to elevate your game. Welcome to Genius Bet, where strategy meets excitement.
You don't hear about Genius Bet?
Have a look at our promotions and choose the one that fits you best. Be smart and don't miss out.
Genius Bet?
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Genius Bet makes betting simple and fun. Get 100% bonus, up to 1,000 leones, on your first deposit with Genius Bet. Make every moment count with Genius Bet. Real-time updates, expert insights, and personalized betting options.
Visit us at 40 Freetown Road, Lumley. Reach us quickly on our short code 717.
Genius Bet. Bet like a genius.
How to buy data with AfriMoney on my Afri